What is up, everybody? It's your boy Limp Flipper here. Got an exciting online dynasty coming your way. We don't plan to do a lot of editing on these videos. I have to stream for this league, so we're going to drop the VODs into YouTube. We're going to put it under a playlist and everything. So this online dynasty comes to you from the League of People with Responsibilities. We got a 5-day advance on this one. 7-minute quarters. The key thing with this, guys, this dynasty is a realistic simulation style gameplay. So what I mean by that is you're not allowed to abuse the AI. You're not allowed to nano blitz and glitch and, use all the high powered plays all the time. There's going to be custom play call limits. If your linebacker's on a blitz and you're on him, you either have to switch off or go through with the blitz. You can't run around the field. You have to strafe. You have to do all those things. So the list of rules is pretty long for this one, so I'm not going to go through all of them. But I just wanted to set the precedent. This will be the first episode to kick this online dynasty off. I have a few other online dynasties that I'm joining, so make sure you tune in for those. And make sure you go follow on the Twitch. We're going to be live over there. We will be live streaming as many of our games as possible, if not all of them. If I'm not live streaming, I will record in this setting, kind of the same way that I do for Twitch, and I'll post them all on YouTube for you to view and follow along the dynasty and everything. Like I said, these are competitive leagues, so I do have a little bit more gameplay. I'll be talking more about the gameplay, more about kind of trying to build the program out, and it'll be less storytelling. For those of you that follow the Coach Dalton series, this one won't quite be the same. There's not going to be a ton of storytelling. We're just going to play, hopefully, some good football in an online dynasty. So tune in and follow along. With that being said, we'll get into this guy. Let me adjust the old microphone here. Get into this guy. So we're pursuing Tulane. So this league, we had to start with 3.5 star or below. I have a couple other teams that are pretty solid in the top 25. I picked late in a lot of my other dynasties. I think this one as well, I picked relatively late. A lot of the good teams that were still around, higher star ratings, were already off the board by the time I picked. So I'm going to stay hometown, Louisiana. We got Tulane Green Wave. We weren't allowed to be a top 25 team either, even if they were 3.5 stars or below. So a little bit of a mix between rebuild, mix between kind of a competitive dynasty. So we'll hop in here to Tulane. Going with the head coach. We have to create our own coaches. I'm going with Motivator like always. I like to start out with Motivator. We're going to name him Limp Flipper, just like the old channel name, game tag name. That's what I try to keep for my online dynasties. I try to keep all the names the same so I can sort through them or know that it's an online dynasty when I'm in the main screen. Right now we're going to stick with Tulane's spread power spread offensive playbook. We're not going to change that. We are going to change the defense to multiple. It just gives me a little bit more ability to stop the run. Our alma mater is going to be LSU, and we're going to recruit out of the state of Louisiana. Just try and keep the hometown talent in state, and trying to keep them to come to Tulane. Tulane's been fun to watch recently. They've had some good top 25 wins. They've definitely been a team in the American that is competitive, and a team that not many big schools want to play as a first game. So we're going to stay balanced on the no huddle, and we're going to go to 60 on offensive aggressiveness and 60 on defensive aggressiveness. Appearance, I don't know. I usually pick like the same guy, but maybe we'll change it up. I think I have this guy. I'm going to stick to somebody with like a ball cap or a visor or something. I think I have that guy as well. Let's see. We'll just go with this guy. I'm not sure if I have him or not. He's going to be heavy. Standard 6'2", 220. Whatever. Just throwing something at the wall, hope it sticks. Don't really care about his size or anything like that. Do care about the fit, though. So If you've tuned into any other videos, you know that the quarter zip's one of my favorites, but we're going to change it up for him. We're going to go with the long sleeves pushed up a little bit, and we're going to go maybe some like black joggers maybe. Oh, that looks a little, I don't know if I like that. Green jog, not big on the green joggers either. Maybe the gray joggers, those aren't too bad. So, gray joggers. Hop into the contract here. Like I said, they've had some pretty decent years. Obviously, that's been more recently than in the past. They've had a couple bowl wins in 2018, 2019, American Conference Championship in 2022 with a Cotton Bowl win. That was big. 11-3 in 2023 is definitely a pretty good year, and 9-5, but no bowl wins for them recently. So hopefully we can bring them back to some dominance and maybe even further. There's no rules on whether or not. Oh my gosh, did I back out? I did not pay attention and backed out. Goodness gracious. All right, maybe we can get this portion of it done now. Go ahead and sign the contract. 3-year contract as a head coach. Gonna look at the team. Want to see what Tulane is working with. I think I've played with them like once in 26 so far. Their quarterback's sophomore redshirt, not too bad. 80 overall, definitely not very speedy. He's not going to be moving out of the pocket very much. Decent agility, change of direction. Okay strength. His awareness rating's pretty good. Throw power is okay. Hopefully we can improve that. Short throw, medium throw, and deep throw all in the 80s, with short throw being a little bit higher. Throw on the run's an 80, which isn't terrible. 73 throw under pressure, though, is not very good. Hopefully we don't have a lot of pressure, but knowing that this is a American Conference team, their offensive line's probably not the best. Break sacks, not great. Play actions, not great. Carrying, not great. Ball carry vision's decent. Juke move, spin move. Break tackle, stiff arm, all that fun stuff. You know, nothing that we'll be using too much, but not terrible. Stamina and toughness is decent, and his injury is, I would say, above average, but not great. So, looking forward to working with Simonza. He's a number 3 pocket passer, 5'11", 196. Backing him up is a true freshman, Joshua Brantley, backfill creator, 6'3", 218 from Ruston, Louisiana. Got stolen from Louisiana Tech. Apparently, that's Louisiana Tech's hometown there. For those of you that are watching the Chase Dalton series, you know that. And Davison, Michigan for Brendan Sullivan. So, decent freshman here. Hopefully he develops. I might redshirt him and let Sullivan be the true backup. We have 2 redshirt juniors, so I think I'm going to probably redshirt Brantley and maybe even Leary and see who develops better. Yeah, he's not going to play at all, so he's going to leave, which is fine. I don't really care. Everybody else looks like they'll stick around if we play some decent football. At halfback, we have Arnold Barnes III, number 20. He does not like the playing style. Hopefully we can improve that for him by running the ball a good bit. He's an elusive bruiser, 5'10", 216. 83 overall, 85 speed, 88 excel, 81 agility, 80 change of direction, 83 strength, 85 awareness. So he looks pretty good. His trucking ability is a 90, which is awesome. Stiff arms an 87, which is really good. So yeah, he looks like he'll be a pretty fun starter to play with. Hopefully he doesn't leave after the first year, considering he's a true junior. And then speed rating on his backup's 89, 93 excel, 92 agility. So he's a little bit more shifty. Yeah, we like that he has shifty. That's my favorite style of running back. So hopefully we can keep that going. We got a senior that's leaving in number 2, Mobley, and a freshman redshirt backing up the 4th slot here. Number 25, McClure. So fullback, we're not overly worried about. A lot of times we replace this with like another halfback or a tight end or something. So probably won't be recruiting fullbacks. Wide receivers, we have decent speed here with Hayes. He's number 1 out of Sarasota, Florida, 5'9", 170. Doesn't really have any abilities, but he's pretty quick. 91 speed, 93 excel, 92 agility. Ooh, I like Callaway, though. 94, 94, 92. So he may be, 6'1", 190. He might be in our slot. Preston's got no abilities from St. James, Louisiana, but he's a speedster, 89.93. Be curious to see what his player card looks like when we get into that in maybe a later episode or something. But we're gonna keep this one quick. So we got Reed at tight end, number 88. He's pretty good from remembering when I was playing with Tulane. 6'5", 255, 79 overall, 76 speed, 83 excel. So he's not terribly fast, but he's got really good height, good weight, balance between catching and blocking. So physical route runner in Anthony Miller, and a vertical threat in Leron. I think that's how you'd pronounce it. Leron Husbands. 73 overall, 77 speed, 87 excel. At the left tackle position, we have Graham. He's an 88 overall, which is decent. Ton of abilities, which is nice, especially the gold pocket shield and gold play action shield. 6'4", 314. He looks like he'll be pretty good on that left side of the line. Left guard, 83 overall, no physical abilities. Hopefully we'll get another year out of him. He's got raw strength. We're going to hover over the deal breakers on these so that we can see kind of who plans to leave. Holyfield, center, he's definitely leaving. 83 overall, and it doesn't matter that we're not hitting his deal breaker because has no choice but to leave. But the line's not bad so far in the 80s. Well, I spoke too soon. We got Bach the second, 74 overall. Again, another guy with a deal breaker that we're not worried about. Right tackle in Hall, he's a 71 overall, so the line really kind of just falls off as we move from left to right. Not the best, not the worst, but definitely will be getting some pressure from that right side of the line, or I should say center to right side of the line. Right edge, Westmoreland, 88 overall. He's got a 91 excel, which is really nice. Quick jump, duress, takedown, pocket disruptor. So he's looking great, and it doesn't matter that he wants brand exposure. He's got some okay backups. This true freshman, he looks pretty good. We maybe redshirting him, see if we can't get some development out of him. We got junior redshirt left edge in Santana Hopper, number 29, 6'2", 265. Shelby, North Carolina. He'll most likely leave. I don't think our pro potential is going to improve too much in 1 year. So we'll have to look at that in the recruitment side of things. Norman's his backup. Not terrible and doesn't really plan to leave. And then Byers, who kind of steep fall off there at 67, but 6'3", 275. So he'll be a little bit slower, but not terribly. Not too much slower. Defensive tackle, we have Hamilton, 84 overall. Behind him, Shepard Jr., 77 overall, and McAlpine at 75 overall. Then we have another senior and a sophomore in Champaign and Nairney. So we'll be interested to see what these guys can do. We're going to be losing a signal caller, regardless whether he's not going to redshirt this year. He's definitely playing 6'2", 220. 82 overall, 82 speed, 84 excel. So he's not bad. At the mic position, we have, we're struggling here. We have 73 overall signal caller in Makai Williams. Backing him up is Dixon Agu, who's a sophomore redshirt. He's an 80-86 speed and acceleration. He's also showing that he's slightly higher than Williams. So it's interesting that he's kind of seated behind him. Let's see if... okay, he's a 2-star, and he's leaving for brand exposure. I don't know what more you would want out of, a 2.5-star school in Tulane for brand exposure, but I guess looks like we're going to lose 2 linebackers, middle linebackers. So we'll have to keep that in mind in recruitment. But we are going to auto reorder. We haven't changed anything yet, so we'll see if, so it's going to put Agu at the starting position, and we'll see what happens through the season. We may swap that up or whatever. We got Rogers, a thumper, number 4, out of Corinth, Mississippi. 6'2", 223, 77 overall, 85 speed, 88 excel, so not terribly fast, but not terribly slow either. Be interested to see... what his zone coverage, 69, not the greatest. I wanted to check these 68. and 72. So Sam Howard's looking to be our best zone coverage guy. Looking at the corners, we have LJ Green, freshman redshirt. Unfortunately, looking like he's going to leave us, our best corner and one of our fastest corners. 77 overall, 89 speed, 92 excel. We have White backing him up. Javion White out of Winsboro, Louisiana. 6 foot 180, good size. He's a true sophomore, looking like he could stay as long as our pro potential doesn't drop too much. Behind him is Wadsworth, the redshirt senior. Doesn't matter whether he's going to stay or not. This true freshman's very interesting to me out of Anniston, Louisiana, or Alabama. He's number 21, Jaden Lewis, 5'11", 181 with a bump and run, 92 speed, 94 excel, 91 agility. This dude's looking like he's going to be really good. I'll be interested to see whether or not I might redshirt him, to be honest, and see if we can't get a big bump on his overall, especially since we're losing Green after this year. Free safety, 77 overall, redshirt sophomore, Jack Chinechoi, something like that, maybe. Chinechoi, I don't know. Chinechu, out of Atlanta, Georgia. Backing him up is Joshua Moore. Both of them are okay. Obviously, bigger drop off to Moore, 77 overall to a 69 overall, 87 speed, 88 excel, 85 agility. Coverage specialist, so he's good. He'll do for now. We'll definitely look in the recruiting board and the transfer portal to see if we can get anybody better. Redshirt senior Bailey Despany from Lafayette, Louisiana, 82 overall, 85 speed, 90 excel. So he's decent, but we are losing him. We'll have Kevin Adams III, number 7, 5'10", 185 out of Destrehan, Louisiana, 87 speed, 89 excel. So cool. We're good to go with those guys. Kick returner, we're probably going to leave. We'll leave Callaway. We'll leave Callaway in there. He's got recoup and sidestep, and then backing him up. 92 and 89, 92. I feel like we have some guys that are maybe a little bit faster, but I think we'll leave it for now. Punt returner is going to be Callaway. Not worried about kick onside or long snap. Third down back, it's Turner. Let me go back and look at. Was Turner the starter? No, Barnes the third's the starter. So yeah, we'll keep it that way. I always like kind of mixing up that third down back. It keeps the halfbacks fresh. Barnes is going to be our power back. That's fine. Slot wide receiver. Like I said earlier, I kind of like Callaway in this position at a 94-94. Unless somebody has like Takeoff or Shifty. Nobody's above really a 90. Yeah, we're just going to go with Callahan in that position. I think he's going to afford us the best opportunity to get open. So we're going with him. Rush left end. Yeah, we're staying with Westmoreland. Rush right end. Yeah, we'll stay with Hopper. Rush D tackle. Yeah, same thing. Staying with Hamilton. Our sub linebacker. Yeah, I think we like it. Howard and Rogers. I think Howard, he's okay quick, okay excel. It's probably going to feel a little bit slow working in the backfield with him, but yeah, I think one of the rules in the league is you can't put like a free safety there, so I'm not worried about it. I like to be able to stop the run, even in like a dime look, and I typically keep my linebackers in the middle of the field, so you can't sprint around in this league or anything, which I like. So again, not worried about it. We got White as the slot cornerback. He's got quick jump, and his archetype is boundary. I thought we saw a pretty good man-to-man corner earlier. I can't remember the name. Yeah, it was the true freshman. We want to keep him for. We want to redshirt him, so we're probably gonna just roll with White as the slot corner. Nose tackle, we're sticking with Hamilton, and gadget player, We like Mobley there. I think Mobley's got decent enough speed. The only other person I would put is Callaway, but Callaway is already a slot. I don't want to put. Oh, maybe we do put Turner there. I think I'm going to put Turner there just because he's a little bit faster, but he's got shifty, which can be upgraded. So we'll keep him there. That's the roster. Hop into recruiting. We know we need some middle linebackers. Show you some of the members in this league. So we got Houston, we got West Virginia, Maryland, Auburn, Northwestern, Georgia Tech, Utah, Navy, Rutgers, North Carolina, Virginia Tech, UCF, Iowa, Pitt, Mizzou, and Stanford. So that's not everybody. I think we had like 25 or 26 people sign up. So we're still waiting on some guys to get in here. This one, I don't think they plan to advance until Sunday. I'm currently recording this on a Tuesday. So we still have quite a few days for people to get in and get their recruiting in before we get into week 0. The owner of the league did say he would advance if everybody gets in early enough, but we'll see what happens. All right, so for those of you that have started to follow along with the channel, you know that I like to recruit guys that want to come to my school and guys that I need. So I don't think I need any wide receivers. One thing I do want to show y'all here that you can check on yours, when you go to team needs, for those of you that don't know, you can go all the way to the right and see what the potential transfers are. So at quarterback, I'm potentially transferring 3, and I only have 5. So we're going to want to put a quarterback on the board. Running backs, meh. We're potentially transferring 1. We have 1 senior, so we're potentially losing 2. So, yeah, I think the 2 that I need is fine. Potentially transferring 1 left tackle, but we have 3 true freshmen. So we may try to pick up one of those in the portal, and not right now. And then potentially transferring 1 right tackle, 1 senior, so probably losing 2 guys there. So I would agree with the 2 needed, but again, we're probably going to want 1 in the portal and 1 to develop over time. Defense is where we're really going to struggle, I think. We have 3 potential transfers at cornerback, so we need to be really, really careful with the cornerback position. Yeah, be interesting to go back and see. I don't remember seeing how many guys would transfer from there. 2 might transfer from the left edge. 1 might transfer from the defensive tackle position. 2 from the Mike, which we already know we need a couple Mike linebackers. 1 from the will, and 1 from the free safety, which we knew we wanted to get a free safety anyway. Not too worried about the kicker here. Let's see. We got a senior and a freshman. Yeah, so we're good on the kicking side. Not worried about that at all. Get back into recruiting here. See if we have some interest from some higher tiered recruits. Power rusher. I want to say that'll be an edge. So we do need an edge. We got Mike linebacker already targeted. Not really wanting to go after 2 stars yet. We can go after them later. We are going to target a couple quarterbacks as part of this cycle. We do need a couple halfbacks as part of this cycle. Agile is probably going to be, center, which I think we can take a center, pick a center up and see. 2-star cornerback, kind of interesting out of Baton Rouge. He's at a JUCO. He's a sophomore, so he'd be a junior. I don't know. Let's throw him on there. We'll maybe scout him and see what that looks like. Like I said, we knew we were losing a couple corners, so we're going to throw a couple on the board, even though it doesn't recommend them. 4 stars that are interested in the school is something that I like to throw on the board. That's another quarterback. Backfield throw. Oh, no. Is that a halfback? That's a halfback. Excuse me. For some reason, I thought that was a quarterback. We're going to throw this wide receiver on as well. Like I said, we need a couple tackles in general. East-West playmaker, we're not going to throw him on right now. We're not throwing the 2-star on. Not throwing that 2-star on. Another athlete, again, East-West playmaker, defensive tackle. We got another 4-star will that's open to coming here. Let's see, another halfback. Yeah, we're looking at these wills. It's saying that we need a ton of outside linebackers, so we'll see what that does when we have that many on the board. A lot of times it'll kind of say, "Hey, bro, you need less," but that's okay. We'll see what we can put together. So we still need a few Mike linebackers, which I'm totally for moving the wills to the Mikes and yada yada yada. So whoever plays the best in the linebacker position is kind of who I roll with. We're gonna go to the specific positions for guard. See if anybody's interested. So somebody's interested in 9th, and don't really have anybody 4-star wise that's interested. Pipeline, we have a 2-star, and then our 4 stars. Let's see, Alabama probably throw on, and then we'll try one of these 4 stars. I want to say we'll start with this guy. He has the lowest influence from the top schools right now. So we'll see if we can't get him to add us on his board. For the edge, kind of doing the same thing. Seeing if anybody's interested. Oh, excuse me. Seeing if anybody's interested. We'll take these 2 here and then go into the mic. Check out the mic. See if, yeah, we got 1 here. Is that all the interest we have? We're going to see if we have any decent pipeline folks. We got a guy from Texas that's a thumper. I like the lurkers. The lurkers, they're a little bit quicker. They got some great movements. We'll throw a 2-star on just to kind of fill the board out a little bit. Free safety, we knew we needed one of those. We'll throw 2 on the board, especially if they're from Louisiana. Strong safety, it's saying we need 3. I don't know how much I buy into that. 10th is the only one that's open, but we got some guys from Louisiana that we'll throw on the board. All right, so the last thing I like to do is kind of fill out the board. I like to go to the home state or the main pipeline or whatever and see what the talent's looking like. And if they're open, again, I need to get off of what position they're in. If they're open, if they have interest and I might have missed them, then we can throw them on. But we do like to go by the actual rating. So we got a thumper from Louisiana, 5-star. He's got Alabama, Georgia, LSU in his top. We got a center. I like this quarterback. The QB, we're going to go after him. I like the corner. We're going to go after him. Probably both corners, to be honest. We'll see what that does to the playing time. And then that's all a 4-star. I mean, let's just throw the 5-star on, see if we can't get him. Let me check the rules real quick and make sure that that's not an issue. I can't remember if you're allowed to recruit these level of players here. So let me check. Playbooks, Discord, scheduling. Yeah, I don't see anything about going after some big name recruits. So we're gonna send it. See what happens. We're gonna send it. Let's see the guys that are having issues with how many guys I put on the board. We'll see if there are any. So we're just gonna go through and offer scholarships to everyone. And then we'll get into focusing on recruits as we get deeper into the season. Try and breeze through this quickly. I did want to research that corner there, though. That 3-star corner. I want to make sure he's not going to be absolutely horrendous. But he's got some playing time under his belt. You know, he'll be coming in as a junior. I think that's right. He's a sophomore, so he'll come in as a junior, I believe. I don't think it's saying he'll come in as a sophomore. So this is the part that I hate the most. Recording or streaming or doing anything. The how slow it is on the old offer portion. And there's really not a faster way to do it. So skip ahead if you don't want to see me offer or recruit through these guys. But we have a decent amount, 625 for preseason. So that means the season will probably be 550, I think, if I remember correctly. So we'll look at this guy and see what he's got going on. So his zone coverage isn't the best. His speed's not terrible, but zone and press, catching, tackling, man coverage, all 65s. We'll keep him on the board, but we're not going to put any points on him to start. Once we get to that portion, there was also a middle linebacker that I had as a 2-star on here that I want to check and see. So 62 awareness, 87 excels pretty good. Strength, play recognition, man coverage is horrendous, which is fine. 77 hit power, 71 pursuit, 78 speed. So he's a little slow, but his tackle, hit power, and pursuit's all pretty good. His zone coverage isn't terrible. I think we'll leave him on the board. I actually think he's not too bad, especially as a true freshman. Then what we're going to do is sort it to national rank. We're not overly worried about, we're going to go after those 4-stars and stuff, so we're not worried about what they look like. But we are going to see if any of these guys are easily scoutable. We're going to scout them, like this guy. So it's only going to take me 30 points to fully scout him. If he were a busted gem, I'd probably just put him on the bottom of the board and not recruit him unless we get down to the wire and have to add him. So we'll see this right tackle here. And then if they're gems, bam, get a gem. We're going to move you boy up the list. Or actually, we'll favorite him. And then as we get deeper into our list, we'll move him up the list. So this guy's probably not more scoutable. Strong safety. I think the only guys I have... Okay, quarterbacks. At least we can... Okay, see, busted gem. We're not going to waste points on that guy for a while unless we get deep into the season. We don't pick up a quarterback. We're really going to focus on trying to get one of the better quarterbacks from the top of the board. So another busted gem. This dude's looks like a center. Just means that his dev trait most likely won't be the best, but he's actually not terrible for a 3-star. He's got 68 run block power, 65 run block finesse, 67 pass block finesse. So he's not terrible. We're not going to take him off the list, but we're definitely going to keep an eye on him. If we need to start putting points on him, we will. Decent right guard. That guy's not going to let us go much further. I think this tackle will. And he's a busted gem too. So it looks like Tulane's picking up a lot of busted gems right now. Of guys that are interested. He's out of Biloxi, Mississippi. Actually used to live not too far from there. So let's see. This guy's decent. This athlete, we're not going to be able to recruit much more. All right, we're out of points. So that's what we're going with on the board. Looks like we're definitely not going to be able to put points on all these 4-stars and stuff. So let me see if I doubled up on 4-stars at any position. So we're definitely going after that quarterback. Definitely going after that halfback. I don't think we're going to go after this wide receiver. We don't need a wide receiver right now. He is 5th. We are 5th on his board. But I just don't think we're going to have the points to do that, especially with the team needs. We do want to go after that left guard. I don't think we're going to go after the center. Probably just take him off the board, to be honest. So we're not going to go after him because we don't technically need a center right now. And there's a glitch with the old with switching players to different positions. So I wouldn't be able to switch him from center. The game would have to do it itself for him to not get capped on dev traits right now. So not worried about that. We are going to go after Smoot. These other two guys we're probably not going to put points on, but we are going to put points on Henderson. So we're going to favorite Henderson. We're going to favorite Smoot. We're going to go back to that quarterback and that running back and favorite, well, not him. We're going to favorite Ibukum. We're going to favorite Gaddis. And then I think it was, yeah, we got that gem right tackle. It was this guard that we want to favorite. We do need some edges, but we're not going to favorite them since none of them are 4-stars right now. The outside linebacker position we already talked about. The Mike position, we're going to favorite, the 4-star. See how we move on him in the beginning, and if we don't make any headway, we'll move down into like this guy, this JUCO, where we're second on his board. We really like to try and get these corners. We're 8th on their board, so they're interested in coming, both from New Orleans, Louisiana, so hometown boys. Hopefully we can pick them boys up. And then strong safety, we'll go ahead and favorite this guy and obviously move on to the 3 stars if that doesn't work out. So that should be a place that we can look. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it tells us somewhere, no? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think I'm going to have enough points to recruit all of them. I might be close. I want to say I get 550. So that actually should be enough. And then we can throw, kind of keep some points in the backlog for some visits or do something like that. So these are the guys we're going to focus on out the rip. If we don't get any movement from them, we're going to throw them off the board and get down to those 3 stars. We just like to try and make a move early on some of these guys, especially a guy like Henderson, who's out of Metairie, Louisiana. He's right in our backyard. We'd really like to try and get him, especially with the new recruiting and how you can do visits for cheap. So we'll try and do that. We'll see if anybody's picked up any. Yeah, Auburn's picked up a 3-star already. But other than that, doesn't look like anybody's picked up anything yet. So 5'9", 199 halfback. That looks pretty good. All right, well, that's it for the start of the Tulane Dynasty. Tune in. Like I said, I'll be on Twitch for my live gameplay, and then we'll throw all those videos onto YouTube. So either tune in here or tune into Twitch. Appreciate you joining, and hopefully you enjoy these online Dynasty series. We have 5 of them coming your way. If I can maintain that level of gameplay, we'll see. That is something to be determined. One of the online Dynasties is starting a little bit later, so we're not too worried about that. But really appreciate you for joining. Leave a like, leave a comment. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already. We got plenty of more content coming your way, and appreciate it. Have a great day.